Okay, so hi guys, my name's Emily, and I'm going to be telling you about the story that I had for class. So, the Indian story that I have today that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is called the California Creature Lore. So, this one basically it talks about a little bit of the creation story and how it happened in the vision of the Yokut tribe. So the Yokut tribe, as far as what I found online, it is actually known for mariposa, which is a butterfly in the Spanish language. So something really interesting. I thought that was kind of cool. And the Yokut tribe is a tribe that is from California. Pretty cool. So out here in the San Joaquin Valley, and it's along the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada mountains. So that's where the region of this story came from and what the background is on. So the main characters I'm going to be talking about are going to be a duck, a crow, black in particular, and a crow, duck, and an eagle. Yes. So, how this all plays out is in the beginning, there's something called a great flood that had happened a while back. And so, because of that, there is a lot of water and not much land. So, the crow, the black crow, and the eagle are friends, is what it seems. And they are struggling to find land so that they can rest and sit upon a place to just have somewhere to live, and they don't see anybody. So that's why I say the creation story is what it seems like, because it's a reference in the Bible from when the first days that God created land, water, light, and day goes back to that. So a little bit of a religious reference there that I noticed. So they find this little teeny tiny bit of land, like a tree stump, and they look around and they see some fish. And they're like, okay, well, we can stay here and we can get some fish. So they end up doing that every so often. They go back and forth to the tree stump and get fish to eat, the crow and the eagle. And then they notice that there's a duck nearby as well. And the duck seems to be doing the same thing, but he struggles sometimes because of his beak, that he gets a lot of mud. So the two birds end up getting a lot of fish for the duck, and the duck ends up catching on and notices that they are getting the fish for the duck. As an exchange, they would want mud. Reason being for this is because they want to create land so they can have a place to stay. Clearly, birds can't just be on water. It would ruin their wings. So they do that, and they seem to do it over time. Everything works out pretty fairly, but over time, one of the animals, the crow, ended up giving more mud to the duck. So, sorry, not more mud, more fish. So what that did is cause a little bit of controversy because the eagle wasn't doing so great. So they fought a little bit. Within a couple of days, they ended up squaring it out, and everything went back to normal. They still did everything like usual. But something that I noticed is, because of that, in the end, it seemed like the land was split because of that. So because of all the problems that they had with one bird giving more than the other, the land is considered separate because one did more than the other. So what they said in the story is that the eagle's half became the Sierra Nevada mountains and the crow became the Coast Mountain range. So totally separate areas. So long story short, after they still continued giving fish and mud in exchange, what ended up happening was obviously more mud was available, so there was more land, kind of like an island idea. So, but then there was this huge rainstorm that happened, and that kind of undid everything they had just worked super hard for, and they were pretty upset. So, but they noticed that there was a big array of light, a bunch of colors in the sky, as if it was like a rainbow. They didn't say it was a rainbow in the story, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were referencing because it was a beautiful day. It was really pretty, and they literally said like an array of colors. That also goes back to like Noah's Ark when they were in that boat, that ship, and they pretty much ended up getting land when the rainstorm was done and the animals were free and they found land. So I thought that was kind of interesting. A lot of religious references. And so with that, it seemed like there was a lot of land available at that point. Everything had cleared up, there was a lot of room, and everybody was pretty much happy at that point. So, kind of cool how the story ended with a great, beautiful rainbow, and everyone got their fair share. But like I said, the lands are separated because of that. So, what I would say is the story is definitely going to be something that is educational and explanatory. I say that explanatory because they explain how the creation story was made in the Yokut perspective. And so that's how that tribe envisioned how the world was made. So that's why I say it for those two reasons. And the perspective that the story has is that the crow is very selfish because he did a lot of work just to look better than the eagle. So, not really all that great, but once again, that's just how the story was made, kind of like Abe and the other brother. Yeah, very similar. See, another religious reference. And yeah, that is the main stuff. So, and then last but not least, the only thing I have left for you today looks like that is going to be it. Awesome. Well, thanks for listening. Bye.